Okay, this is going to be a lesson on verbal expressions and algebraic expressions. Very important that I would just have the notes available. There's nothing for you to write down as far as the notes. I've already laid the notes out for you. There's a lot of writing in this unit, in this lesson, so use the notes as much as you can. Just want to go over the vocabulary. We've covered this already. A variable is a letter used to replace an unknown value. Constant is a term that is just a number. The coefficient is the number that is being multiplied by the variable. So, for example, a constant would just be the number. A coefficient, that number is when it's multiplied by a variable. Okay? Here's some key words that tell you when to add, plus, sum, more than, added to, increased by, minus, difference, taken away, less than, subtracted from, decreased. Okay? So that's subtraction. Okay? Multiply, times, multiplied by, product, twice, division, divided by, quotient, ratio, half. Okay? So we're just exposing you to these words. Okay? If they want you to use an exponent, squared, cubed, the power of, roots, cube root, square root, those kinds of things. Okay? All right? Now, this is probably the main thing. These are words that I would super duper highlight, okay? All right? What these do, and I'm going to put more than in there as well, okay? That's another one, is what it does is it flips the order. So when it says 4 less than a number, what that means is instead of the 4 being the first part, they switch spots. Taken away from, a number taken away from 3, okay? Once again, the number part is over there, 3 is the beginning. A number squared subtracted from 5, okay? A number squared subtracted from, so it flips, okay? That's probably, if you were to say, what's the most challenging part of this? It's this part right here, is getting this order, okay? All right? Now, we're going to go ahead and practice a couple of these. Once again, don't write these down. Maybe write on your notepad, just number down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay? All right, so as we go, I'm going to read it, all right, in your mind, write down what you think it is, and then I'll write down what it is, okay? 7 more than a number, okay, so there's that big more than. So 7 and a number, okay, so a number is like our variable. We use as n plus 7, 7 more than n, okay? 2 minus 3 times a number, okay? 2 minus 3 times. 3 would be multiplication. Times a number, okay, would be that, okay? The quotient, which that means division, of a number and 4, okay, all right? The sum of 4 and a number squared, okay? The sum of 4, so sum means add, so 4, sum of 4, a number squared, okay? 10 divided by the product of 2 and a number, okay? Divided by, obviously, would be division, okay? 10 divided by the product of 2 and a number, so that would be 2n, okay? This shouldn't say twice as. Twice a number decreased by 7. Now, decreased isn't the big word, so twice a number would be 2n. Decreased by 7, okay? Half of a number cubed, okay? And what that would be is half of a number cubed, okay? So those are some examples, okay? All right, those are some examples. All right, so what I'd like you to do is pause the video and go ahead and do this one on your own. And when you're done, unpause it, okay? 9 less than, okay, there's that big word less than. A number, so 9 minus n, okay? Or n minus 9, sorry. 8 plus 5 times a number, okay? So 8 plus 5 times a number, all right? So that's just multiplication. The quotient of 12 and a number cubed. So 12, quotient means division, a number cubed, okay? The difference of 12 and 5 times the number. Now, difference is not a flip thing. So the difference of 12 and 5 times a number would be 5n. 20 divided by half of a number. So 20 divided by, or you could use 20 divided by a half of a number. Okay? All right? Either example would be fine as far as an answer goes. Okay? All right? All right? Let's go ahead and practice. Here's some more examples we're going to go over. Okay? Once again, if you think you know what it is already, write it down. 4 less than the product of 3 and a number. Okay? There's that word less than. All right? So 4 is going to be that second thing. The product of 3 and a number. So this would be my answer. Twice a number taken away from 5. Okay? So that's, the taken away is one of those special ones. Okay? So the 5 would be here. Twice the number, so 2n. Okay? All right? A number cubed subtracted from half a number. Okay, subtracted from is one of those big ones. Okay, half of a number minus a number cubed. And that's what you would have. Okay, so I would like you to try these. Pause your video. Go ahead and try these ones. When you're done, unpause. Okay? Less than. It's one of the ones that flips. Half of a number. So a half of a number minus 2. Less than. 18 more than the quotient of a number in 5. Right? There's that word more than. So I know that that 18 that would started is now going to go second. The quotient of a number in 5. That's what I'd have. Or I could write it as n divided by 5 plus 18. Either one would be acceptable. 8 times a number taken away from 50. Okay, there's that word taken away. 50. So we go first now. 8 times a number. So that's what I would have on that. Okay? All right, the next notes. Words to tell you that you use parentheses. Okay? The sum of. Okay? 2 times the sum of a number in 4. So what that means is, to do the sum part, I put parentheses around it. 6 divided by the difference of 1 and a number. Okay? So either way that's written. The cube of the product of 8 and y. Okay? All right, they talk about an operation within there. There's square of the sum of a number and 4. So these are all examples of when to use parentheses. Okay, let's go through these together. Okay, 4 times the sum of 11 and a number. So I see like multiple operations taking place. 4 times the sum of 11 and a number. You can write it like that, or, whoops. That is fine, okay? The cube root of the sum of a number and 6. So cube root immediately tells me this, okay? The sum of a number and 6, okay? The difference of a number and 2 divided by 3, okay? The difference of a number. Let's take this example out. I don't know what I was trying to say there. So we're going to write question number 21. We're going to skip. Okay, don't worry about question 21. All right? Okay, go ahead and try these 3 and see how you do. Pause your video, and when you're ready, unpause. Okay, 7 times the difference of n. So we see this difference. All right, 7 times the difference of 9 minus n. There's no flip there. There's words less than, taken away. Okay, the square root of 8 less than a number. Okay, so square root, I know that I got the parentheses. 8 less than, there's that key word. So n minus 8. 12 less than the sum of a number and 5. Okay, here's that word less than. Boom, 12. The sum of a number and 5. So that would be your examples. Okay? Okay, now we're going to go ahead and move on to the other way, which is we're going to write the verbal. Okay? We're going to write the verbal here. All right? So we're going to break this down. So I'm going to ask myself, what's taking place here? There's a lot of different answers. This is one where there can be so many different ones. All right? For instance, this could be a number plus 8. This could be the sum of 8 and a number, or a number, sum of a number and 8. Okay? As long as what I read back converts into this, you're fine. Now, something I would do maybe for this one. Okay? N, a number less than 15. Somebody say, Mr. Evans, but the 15 was first. Yeah, but remember, less than flips that around. Okay? All right, so what do we got here? All right? All right, there's a couple different ways. You could say 2. You could say 2 times a number plus 1. That works. You could also say the sum of 2 times a number and 1. Either way. Okay, what's happening here? I got the quotient of a number squared and 5. Okay? All right? So what's going on here? We got 5n minus a. Ooh, okay. So what we have is we have a difference and we have a product. Okay? So I can say a less than 5 times a number. Okay? All right? So what we got here? We got square root of, we probably should put a parenthesis here. Okay? Square root of that minus 6. So I like this less than. So I would do 6 less than the square root of the sum of x and 5. If you want to just write the letter, I'm good with that. Okay? This one, what's happening? I got 12 divided by, and I got this parenthesis. So I'm going to do 12 divided by the difference of n and 4. Okay? And this is the last example. All right, I got a squared, so I got the product of 10 and a number squared plus 5. Okay? All right? Okay, I think this is the last page. Yep. So why don't you pause the video and go ahead and do these and we'll go over them. Okay? I'm going to do this one as a number or n. You could use n. A number. Actually, no, let's not do it that way. I like that. I like to always switch the order. It's easier. I think it's easier verbally. 15 less than a number. I think that's always easier just to automatically flip that. It just makes it easier. I would put, say, the sum of 4 and n. This one could also be 4 plus n. Okay? Let's say a number cubed divided by 4. Like I said, I will not be picky on these. Okay, here's one of the minuses again. I'm going to say this would be first, so 8 times n less than 6. Okay, here's another subtraction one. I'm going to say 2 less than the product of 4 and x squared. Okay? And then here's another minus 1. I would say 1 less than the square root of the sum of x and 9. Okay? So that is the verbal and the conversion to algebraic. This takes a little bit of practice, but if you do practice these, there are some things in the modules if you want to practice them to get some more practice, you can do that.